And I'm proud of them. It's an honor to coach them. What a great season for our team, and we hope to continue on and have a chance to be back here at some point. So, in terms of the game, I think that's, when you look at each team had 17 first downs, it's two pretty good defenses. I think, in terms of evaluating how they won the game and we didn't, it's the critical things that are critical in every football game. I don't think it's, when you have good teams on each sideline, you can't turn the ball over. You can't get behind the chains and take negative plays. You got to run the ball better than we did, and you can't turn it over. So turnovers will cost you games, and that was a big factor today.
We'll open it up for questions. For those in the room, once again, if you could raise your hand, we'll get you a microphone, name and affiliation. Those on Zoom, we'll work the room, and then we'll get to you. So questions now for either coach or our two student athletes that are joining us. Who would like to start? All right, we'll start on the right, second row. It should be on.
Okay. All right. Braxton, Fritz Neighbor from the Daily Interlake in Montana. Braxton, can you just talk about, I thought the defense held up pretty well. I just want to know how you felt about it and maybe talk a little bit about Gronowski, their quarterback. I think he made a difference in a couple ways today.
Yeah, for sure. We just gave up too many explosives, too many big plays. Defense didn't play good enough to win. At times we played well, but like I said, just too many explosives and too many third downs. But yeah, they have a heck of a leader back there, and he makes them go for sure.
Bob?
No, it's still on.
Okay. Bobby, can you talk a little bit about, I was so impressed with our defense. I think sometimes some of us overlook that part of it with the Jackrabbits, their defense, and it seemed like they were speedy on the edge and stout inside and difficult to run against.
Yeah, they pinch everything off and bounce it, and then they have guys that tackle well in the back end. I thought the fourth down stop was a big play in the game, and in the goal line area in the first half, and they're a big physical senior-oriented team, and they do a nice job.
Okay, we'll go over here on the left, second row.
Sean Rainey, SWX Montana. Coach, it was 7-3 at half. You mentioned the goal line stand, but you also had the interception and the fumble, and only had 3 points out of opportunities where you could have capitalized more. How much was it maybe just not being able to capitalize on any of those?
Well, yeah, and then we were driving to start the second half. Had a good drive and fumbled it away. So those three things, Sean, I think are huge factors in the game. Maybe the difference. Then you have to start going for it and doing some things that put you in jeopardy. Just if you make those plays, you don't turn it over. Capitalize on the field position, probably better, certainly, because they, when they're scoring it. I'll have to go back and watch it, but the short fields help them with the point total. Shame on us.
Let's go over on the right-hand side, first row.
Yeah, Bobby, Greg Rockach, MTN Sports. I'm curious about your opinion on how big of a difference their punter made today and kind of not giving junior opportunities and being able to pin you guys inside the 10 a couple times.
Well, it was really because we had to keep the base defense in most of the time. In that situation, when they pinned us, our base defense was in because it was short yardage around midfield, so we were playing punt safe. Those were obviously good punts. When you got to go 95 against the top defense in the country, it's harder, certainly. We didn't get much for return balls. We had thought we kind of had some action, but in order for that to happen, you got to get return balls, and he did a nice job of not allowing us to get out.
Go ahead.
For Braxton and AJ, just how can you describe just how special this season has been for you guys and what this run has meant to you?
It's meant everything to me. Just being a Montana kid, this is my dream school, and just you develop so many relationships along the way with these coaches and the guys you play out there with, and it was special senior year for sure, and I'm just gonna miss being a Montana Grizzly, and I'm excited to see what these guys do next year.
This place is really special to me. I get emotional talking about it because this place gave me the opportunity that I knew that I wanted, and I'm so grateful for Coach Hauck and the rest of the coaches and my teammates for letting me live out my dream, and I'm forever grateful for that.
Let's go left side front.
Coach Gene Clemens, FCS Nation Radio on The Athletic. The first drive, you seem to have them off balance.
What's The Athletic?
The Athletic, the publication, The Athletic?
Is it like a magazine or something?
Online magazine.
Got it.
Yes,
Anyway,
sir.
sorry to interrupt you.
No problem at all. The first series, you really had them off balance. You were mixing it up on them, moving the ball really well. After that, they seemed to go more to just one or two plays, and they were turning over the entire defensive line. It's almost seemed like every other play. Do you think that had something to do with the inability to kind of keep those drives going after that?
It's just what a lot of people do. Rotate the D line. We tend to do that a lot as well. We'll do it anytime there's a dead ball against up-tempo teams, but neither one of these teams was going fast today. We probably should have gone fast more often, frankly. But, rolling guys on the D-line I think is a good concept. We do it a lot.
Let's go to Zoom real quick. And Coulter Nunez. Coulter, you are allowed to talk. Go ahead.
Hi, can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we have you.
Bobby, hey, Clifton McDowell getting banged up a little bit. How much did that affect you guys, the way you guys operated offensively today?
I don't think he was really banged up. I think he was fine.
South Dakota State, their defensive execution, their ability to run the ball, how much did that affect you guys offensively?
Say that one more time, please.
South Dakota State's defensive execution and their ability to run the ball, how much did that affect you guys?
Yeah, they ran the ball in certain situations. There's a couple of quarterback runs that hurt us in particular on the first couple of drives. I thought that they did a nice job with some of the unbalanced stuff. It wasn't unexpected. It kind of dried up after a while, but they got us with that early. It was a good performance by them. They probably ran it as well as anybody has all year long. I thought they had a nice. I mean, they did what they do. I mean, they're run, play action, bootleg, RPO. I mean, they did what they did, and they're good at it. That's why they're undefeated.
For Braxton and AJ, just talk about the journey, talk about your teammates, and what this journey this year meant to both of you as student athletes and players on this outstanding team.
Yeah, I'll just echo what I said earlier. It's meant the world to me. Montana was my dream school. I love representing this state. I've made my best friends along the way. So many great relationships with these coaches, and Montana's just a special place. We have special fans. They come out and they support us every single Saturday, as you saw today. And it's meant the world to me, and I really wish I could be a Grizzly forever.
When I came here, I didn't know what my future would look like as a college football player. And again, I'm just super grateful for Coach Hauck and the rest of the coaches, my teammates for bringing me in and treating me like I belonged. Super thankful for the community in Missoula and the entire state of Montana, frankly. A kid that didn't grow up in Montana, I felt like it was home, and it'll forever be a home to me from now on.
Any other questions for Coach or our student athletes? Let's go in the back row here on the left-hand side.
Lucas, FCS Nation Radio. Coach, you said last year that Grizz team was your favorite to coach, but this year, what do you like most about this team that stood out to you and puts them towards the top as well?
Well, we won more. That's good. But you know, we have great guys on our team. I think that's pretty consistent year in, year out. As I mentioned, they're highly competitive. Hate to lose, love to win. They're all hardworking. There's a great deal of mental and physical toughness, and I think this team has that, throughout its roster. And I think that the older guys bring that out of the younger guys, and I just really love the way we performed. I thought we had great belief and confidence throughout the season, starting in August, and there was no doubt in the guys in this team that were a terrific football team, and they proved that on the field.
We got time for 2 more questions. We'll take one here in the room. Let's go right there in the back row.
Hey, Bobby. Frank Agola with the Missoulian. This was your first recruiting class you brought in for them to be seniors. Now, what can you say about the impact they made in turning around the Montana program from where it was to where it is now? And do you feel they leave the program in a state of where the Grizz should be on a yearly basis?
Yeah, I think we're where we should be, Frank. Back to front on that question. I mentioned this in the locker room. We didn't in 2018, the first year, 5 seasons ago. We didn't look like we do now, physically or in the ability to perform. And this senior class and the guys we've added on. They won a lot of games, and culminating with this appearance in the national championship game. But we've won playoff games every year since that first year. We've been in the quarterfinals. Pushing our way into this game was terrific, and they have an understanding that we expect to win, and I think they have passed that on to everybody in the locker room.
Left side.
For Braxton, all the kind of the redshirt freshmen got to travel on this trip. Like, what would your message be to some of the younger classes in this program, just moving forward, and what you want to see them accomplish?
Yeah, I would say never be satisfied. Work hard every day. Coach Hauck's gonna demand that, and that's why we're here today. Just never be satisfied. Work hard year round. And you're going to have the time of your life without even knowing it each and every day. And just enjoy being a Grizzly. People say it goes fast, and you get caught up, and sometimes you think it doesn't go fast, but it truly does. So just embrace all the moments you get with your brothers, work hard for these coaches, be prideful, and represent Montana as best you can across your chest.
Okay, we're going to go to Zoom for our last question. Coulter, you are enabled to talk.
Hi, yeah, Sean kind of asked it, but I was going to ask the same thing. But to AJ too, what would you pass on to just the younger guys, and how close are you, and what do they need to do going forward?
The guys that we have in this locker room right now, they're a bunch of real stand-up dudes. They wouldn't be here if they weren't. The message I would send to them is demand more from yourself than others do of you. If you continuously demand excellence from yourself, you're going to be fine.
Gentlemen, it's been outstanding watching you play this season. Thank you for the time, Coach. Once again, thank you.
Travel safe, guys. See you.